God.
All right. Welcome back to
bus.
Shop Talk.
We're back
Yes, we are.
by unpopular demand.
Well, it was popular demand. We had one vote that said you guys should bring Shop Talk
That's like
back
half our viewership.
to us, and we're like, oh my God, everybody wants us back.
Okay.
Yep. So
It isn't because that we don't want to do this. You know, we actually have to do shit around here.
I don't.
Me.
Whatever.
Now the Mike's the only one that works around here.
So what are we talking about?
Little adventure bikes, small bore adventure bikes,
Like that?
like the CW200.
So when you say little adventure bike, do you mean the adventure bike is little, or the adventure itself is just a really short trip?
It could be
Yes.
both ways.
Yes.
Both ways.
Nice.
We have this here because we were developing a couple new parts for it, and we decided to get one of these in the shop so we could test.
High output stator.
Yeah.
CDI maybe?
CDI.
We purchased it from one of our employees, Russ.
Russ.
The only reason I'm saying this is so I can put the picture of him on the scooter in the video.
There you go.
Russ, have a good time in Florida, brother.
So we took it out. I'd never driven a TW200 before this.
Neither had I. Today, 10 minutes ago, was my first T-Dubs maiden voyage.
They're fun.
It's an interesting buggy, that's for sure. As you would expect, heavy steering.
Yes.
Other than that, it's a cozy little machine.
It is. If you're not going far, I understand the draw to them. I do. It's a blast driving through short distances, being able to just hop off road onto a trail if you want to.
Yeah. And I mean, that thing's been around for, I don't know.
Was it the 88 or something?
87, I believe.
Really?
It was an early version of it, and then I think that ran for 3 or 4 years, and then this thing's pretty much unchanged for 20
Right.
years.
Yeah.
They put a disc brake on it
Yep.
for the first update, and then it just
That has a disc brake?
yeah,
What's that?
it's tiny, but it's there.
It must be internal.
You don't notice.
But that's not the only small adventure bike.
No, there isn't. No.
There are quite a few small adventure bikes,
Right.
and since we go to the shows and the expos with the new products and all that, we see that there's a trend out there now with
There is.
small adventure bikes.
Adventure bikes in general, but small bikes in
Yeah.
particular, yeah.
Yep.
I realize there's even Honda came out with that new a few years ago, the Trail 125.
It's
Yep.
like the retro. It looks just like the old one.
Yeah,
Sort of
like the
kinda.
CT 110 or
Yeah, there's that. And then Honda has a whole, a bunch of L series stuff that has lights on it. You can register them on the
that
street.
230L and the 250L are like doing really well. Honda's selling a ton of those things.
Yes.
And I see those bikes everywhere, and there's a huge market for them too.
Honda
all the
also
aftermarket
sold
parts.
the lawnmowers that are going off over
Oh, is
there.
that what that is?
Exactly.
I was leaning
Exactly.
forward to speak
Yeah, I know.
so that everybody will hear me.
What?
You can't see our VP Fuels microphone stand, but
That's right.
it's
Anyway.
nice.
Vintage performance.
Yes.
But there's a ton of that stuff, and Yamaha has all the TTR stuff, and Suzuki the DR.
Those
Small DRs.
200, that 200 SE DR dual sport bike that Suzuki has. That's
Yep.
another one that's been around forever.
Forever.
And they
Yep.
sell a ton of them.
Yeah, I mean they're.
You
I
can
guess
get into
they're-
them cheap too. I mean, relatively.
relatively
speaking.
Relatively cheap.
Not these. These things have, I don't know what the hell it is.
They have a
but
cult following.
They have a cult following.
They do.
And there's nothing cheap about them at all. And they're hard to find.
Fun.
I think if Yamaha put their XT350 engine in this chassis, I think that would be the perfect. I would call that the perfect bike.
Yeah. Because it
Ouch.
needs a little more oink, right?
If you put an Italian flag on it, Mike would
Come
call
on.
it the
Oh,
perfect
okay.
bike.
An XT350.
It's a
in that
it's a
thing.
motorcycle.
Yeah, I think that would be a blast. It would be just enough to go on the highway.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
still-
riding that on the highway. You can put a 604 in it, and I'm not riding it on the highway.
It could be done.
I ride my little adventure bike on the highway.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's an adventure every time I ride it.
I know that. There you go.
So anyway, if you're out there looking for small adventures,
Yeah, small adventure bikes.
Small
check out Small Adventure Bikes.
Yeah, you could go camping. It has a little rack, or you can take an
Yeah.
adventure ride to the corner store and
You
get
can
a
put
Pepsi.
3 of them in the back of a pickup truck. Take your kids out and have a good time.
Yeah.
On
And
trails.
the aftermarket is absolutely exploding for these things.
It is.
This thing has passenger pegs too.
It does?
Pro Cycle, right? Pro Cycle is heavily into these guys,
Yes.
and we're doing some stuff for them too. So check them out too. I mean, they got a ton of stuff.
Yep, they love the T-dubs.
I actually took my
Trailwind.
kids for a ride.
Oh, really?
On this thing, yeah.
I bet they love
They
it.
did. They thought it was a
They love
blast.
it, yeah.
It's cool.
So-
Cool.
It's
fun.
cool. Anyway,
It's nice for a nice quick shop talk that we're back.
Yep.
Parking
We'll
lot
do
talk.
some more
Parking lot talk.
real quick.